he was kind of in an acerbic mood in this particular appearance on your show. And in the next clip, he's his usual joyful self interacting with the fans.
Yes.
And of course, as funny as hell. So let's go to that clip right now.
Yes, how do you predict the Russian Nightmare's gonna beat Lex Luger?
How do I think he's gonna beat him?
Yeah,
One,
you
two, three, in the
he's
center
gonna
of the
beat
ring. That's how I think he's gonna beat him, with the Russian sickle.
But how do you know that?
How do I know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you spend 8 years of your life as an editor of magazines and president of fan clubs and traveling the highways of professional wrestling? No. Did you spend 3.5 years managing the top professional wrestlers all around the country and all around the world? No. Have you been, for the past 8 months, wrestling's premier journalist, color commentating on Clash of the Champions, pay-per-views, the Power Hour, PIX here in New York, Channel 11, Pro Wrestling New York, the Power Hour in Canada, as well as a Saturday Night World Championship Wrestling show?
You'd be better in the WWF.
Why would I be better in the WWF?
I don't know, because, I don't know. I think the,
Oh, you don't know. You just figured you'd say that and then have no basis for your opinion.
Don't mouth off to me, because I'll take care of you, buddy.
You'll take care of me?
Yeah,
well, good. Since you're going to take care of me, send me a blonde, a brunette, some breakfast, and let's see, what else? A couple of grand.
Couple of grand will do. Thanks for your call, Evan from Lindenhurst, Dave from Ron.
No, he's going to take care of me.
I know, he's about sending
Mommy and Daddy take care of me right now.
Sending the ladies over now, and the grand and everything else you need, and direct to the...
Couple grand. Just for today's expenses.
The what?
Just for today's expenses.
Uh-huh. How's everything going up there in the mansion of Scarsdale?
Very, very nice. I rotated the polo ponies this morning, so my hay fever was bothering me.
Uh-huh, okay. Let's take another call for you, Paulie. Dave from Ronkonkoma.
Yeah, Paulie?
Yes?
You say you're such a master in journalism. What kind of college did you attend?
What kind of
what?
College did you...
What kind of college did you attend to be such a master journalist?
I graduated Princeton University when I was 19 years old.
Very good. I just have one little question. I know you probably answered this many times. How did it feel to lose to Missy Hyatt, and how much did you get paid to lose to Missy Hyatt?
I got paid for that one Clash of the Champions $27,800. How it felt to lose to Missy Hyatt, you know, to be very honest with you, the bell never rang. We were inside a wrestling ring. Therefore, as far as I'm concerned, the wrestling contest never began. Plus, if you had such an up-close view of her stretch marks that I did, you would have been so terrified that you would have let her beat you 3 or 4 times. I don't really care that Missy Hyatt beat me in an arm wrestling contest. The contest never really started. I felt sorry for the broad. She has had so much plastic surgery that the scars are just disgusting. And, you know, if she wants to claim that a victory, that's fine. She still does only one show. That's the main event. No color commentary on it. And on Saturday nights, she does one interview and gets to stand there for the opening of the show. I co-host in its entirety 4 shows per week, 5 hours of nationally televised programming every single week. So you tell me who the winner and who the loser truly is.
Okay, thanks for your call. 955.
Why are you thanking them for the call?
Because I thank my listeners for
calling.
calling.
Ain't costing them any money.
Well, Paul, you
I
always
mean, this is like, you know, like 1-900 call Paul E. I could see you saying thanks for spending $2 a minute.
How's
you ain't spending any money.
I heard you resigned from the 900 number that
yeah.
you had. What was the story behind that?
Well, they censored me. Usually I'll record my 900 number as late as possible on Tuesday to be as up to the minute as I can be. And this was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I was with the producer. I can't remember. Joe Wisniewski. He thinks he's Lech Walesa. And I just had dinner the night before and then went to the China Club with Andrew Dice Clay. And he told me a really cute joke to tell. And I was telling it, and they said I can't tell it on the 900 number. So I resigned, and they wouldn't take my letter of resignation. And last week, I went all the way up to the chairman of the board of the wrestling hotline, Louis Telefonis, and got in an altercation with him and had to smack him across the face with my telephone. So this Wednesday, we're going to be airing on the 900 number on the wrestling hotline auditions for people who want to take over the Danger Zone, because they claim they have a contract to have the Danger Zone for at least another year, and that's fine, but I don't want to do it. So I don't like these people. And so we're having auditions, and this Wednesday we're going to air our first batch of auditions.
Auditions from who?
from anybody that wants to host a Danger Zone on the Wrestling Hotline.
Uh-huh. And who's going to be on Wednesday night, do you know?
Wednesday night will be, I'll be there just to play the auditions and get people's opinions.
So what time does that start, and what's the number for that?
It's on 24 hours a day this Wednesday. It's 1-900-909-9900. It's the Wrestling Hotline. And it should be quite interesting because Jack Nicholson has applied, and Clint Eastwood has applied, and Burt Reynolds has applied, and Bill Parcells has applied because he was so impressed with the way that I slept around Lawrence Taylor, I guess. And we got a message from Andrew Dice Clay, and obviously the Guardian Angels are making a lot of contributions because Lisa Sliwa has applied, trying to earn a little extra money. She said that she'd contribute all the money to the Guardian Angels, but she also applied to be the new host of the Danger Zone Wednesdays on the Wrestling Hotline.
Well, it sounds like an entertaining segment this coming Wednesday, and I'm sure a lot of fans will call up that number and listen to some of the Danger Zone auditions. Let's get back on the phones right now. Shannon from Middletown, New Jersey, you're next.
Paulie.
What?
I love you, pal. When are you thinking about
You
getting
love
back into
me?
managing?
What's your question, Shannon?
I would like to know when Paulie's thinking about getting back into managing because I really liked it, and I'm not really too crazy about his commentating.
Well, then, if you're not too crazy about my commentary, don't watch her shows. As for me getting back into managing, right now, the profitability for me to be a commentator is a lot greater than for me to be a manager. I accomplished everything I set out to accomplish in 3.5 years as a manager. I wanted $3 million in the bank account of my own. I wanted to put $2 million in a KEO plan, which is a retirement fund that's tax-free, and I did that. I wanted 2 Ferraris, a yacht, and a mansion of my own. I got that too. So, I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish in 3.5 years, and just because the wrestling fans today are so uneducated, are so ignorant to what's really going on in World Championship Wrestling, that I decided to stick around just to shed the light of my brilliance on the darkness of their ignorance.
Okay, one more quick point, then I gotta go. You gotta get rid of that cheesy beard you're trying to grow there, pal.
The cheesy beard.
It's not looking good on TV.
Not looking well. When you're from Jersey and you got all those holes in your face from the toxic waste dump being right next to you, I'm sure you can pass judgment on what people look like.
Okay, Shannon, listen, we got to run, take our next call, and we'll go to Gary from East Northport.
Hello, Paul. I got a question for you. I was looking back at an old issue of Wrestling Superstar where Missy Hyatt was voted the sexiest woman in wrestling, and you called her a classy lady. So I was just wondering where the fallout happened between you and her.
There was no fallout. The fallout was, at that time, Missy was presenting herself in a class fashion. Missy has, in the past, it's like My Fair Lady, the rain in Spain falls mainly into plain, You take somebody off the streets, you teach her some manners, you teach her how to use a knife and a fork, and the animal's going to behave for a while. But, you expose her to a bunch of stars, and you expose her to a bunch of producers and a bunch of directors, and she just falls back into the same old way, and, she's not a lady anymore. The only kind of lady she could be is a lady of the evening.
Uh-oh.
I got to admit, though, some of your comments about her seeing more ceilings than Michelangelo was great.
Oh, well, yeah, she's also walked more streets than the winner of the Boston Marathon. And that's the truth.
Wow. Well, unfortunately, Missy's not here to answer these comments. Listen, Gary, thanks for your call.
She's not here. Why isn't she here? 'Cause she was probably working till 6 in the morning last night.
True. Quickly, do we have time for one more? We got to take a news break, right? So, should we take this? No, we shouldn't take this last call. Listeners that are on the line, keep holding, and we'll get to you right after our news break.
What are they supposed to hold on to?
Hold on to their radios.
That's illegal.
And their telephones.
You're blind from that.
Yeah, that's true.
Boy, I bet a couple of those people are really happy they called, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. He always he pulled no punches with the fans, and it was great to hear him interact with everybody. And regardless of who you were, he never, he busted on it. He busted everybody's chops, no matter what. Even if they were complimentary, he was always just busting chops, and that was him.